up the rally point there. He's got about 6 sitting there doing nothing, but it's only a matter of time before he notices that, and that's just a silly misclick that anyone can
nicely done here by Kobo, knowing that scan was coming and isn't gonna. Whoa!
Whoa! That was nasty.
Wow, but
that was very nasty.
Love Immortals that didn't even really take any damage from that. He's forcing YYJ to spend his scans right now. I love it.
Yeah, that's very true, actually. And every scan is 300 minerals that he doesn't get to mine with a mule. So that's really smart play here by Kobo. It both forces him to get a scan, and it's going to force him to get an air unit out or lift a building. You can see YYJ doing the smart thing, lifting this barracks over towards there so that he doesn't have to scan anymore.
Yeah.
But you're right, he is practically forced to use scans here or lose SCVs in this refinery, which, as you said before and completely correctly pointed out, gas is huge in this build order. Siege tank's so gas heavy, 150 minerals, 125 gas, and Kobo is just doing such a solid job of harassing here, and he's keeping his minerals down at the moment as well. The supply caps are about even. It's 148 supply for Kobo and 140 supply for YYJ. Meanwhile, Kobo's also putting up his gold expansion, so hoping to just keep this lead that he has. Oh, I shouldn't say lead, sorry. Keep an even footing and hopefully try to gain an advantage going into the late game.
Yeah, exactly. With this harass he's been doing here, it's really being a fair... Oh, he's going to snipe the tank on the top. Great use there. And he's... Oh, one of those Immortals does go down. That's a little bit of a misstep there, but that's still okay. He was able to snipe that tank at the top while he's got Templars coming out with Storm as well. This is going to be really, really effective. Just with that harass there, there was 5 tanks covering that position, and yet he kept taking out stuff. That is great. He's also getting Blink on his Stalkers, so his charge deals with Blink Stalkers. I don't think anyone wants to have tanks anywhere near that army composition, especially when there's Templar as well. That's just insane.
Especially when you're considering that tanks recently in the most recent patch actually got nerfed against their siege mode actually got nerfed against light units like the Zealot. So it's going to be really interesting whether or not I think it's going to come down to YYJ is going to push out with a big army off 2 bases, and it's going to come down to whether or not Kobo gets the right flank coming off. God, Kobo is mobilizing. I really hope he's just setting up outside his base. I would be really upset. He's played so well so far. If he attacks into this, I'd be very, very, very
All the
upset.
tanks at the natural just de-sieged. This could be the perfect time for me to push.
So this is going to be the push here, and he's hopefully...
Go.
A nice arc going. This is a really...
Oh my god, they're unsieged!
Trapped in the back. But here we go, he pushes in, really nice push timing. All the tanks everywhere just sieged up no matter where they were. So that was really bad decision making there by YYJ. He says, oops, he realizes a mistake. Storm going down on the Hellions. Really bad stuff. But he's actually going to take this out because Kobo needs to pull back. He has no reason to attack right now. He has half the map and he's just sacrificing his army. I really don't like that Kobo kept the pressure on there. After picking up that initial army, he should have pulled back and kept his advantage into the late game. Right now he's in a tough position because YYJ still has quite a big army. And he's now supplementing his army with Thors, and he's going to push out across the map.
Yeah, he's really going to have to macro it up pretty big. He's got a lot of Stalkers coming in, and YYJ needs to keep those unsieged. They will tear those Stalkers apart faster unsieged than they will siege. He does have those Thors that are coming in. There are Blink now, so it's really... He needs a lot more gateways to be able to hold this off, I think. There are a lot of tanks. He needs to outmaneuver him. He needs to try and get some kind of flank or some kind of surround here to just abuse...
Sorry, I really don't like the idea that Kobo, they're running into the goal. That's such a tight little choke. You want to keep them out in the open. I'd like it more if you bring them down, then warped in units up the top. Exactly like he's done, warped in units at his natural, and then flanked with the units from the natural, as well as the units right now that are at his goal. That's the kind of attack he needs to do to break this. YYJ, such good macro, is reinforcing with so many Hellions. That's an exact move from Brood War. You can tell he's a Brood War player, because you would build a whole bunch of tanks, push forward, and then reinforce with pure vultures, because they're just so fast and get there so quick. I love YYJ's play, and it really shows solid mech.
Blink Stalkers on the cliff. This is going to be devastating. He's probably going to try and make those tanks unsiege as he hits the natural here. And he has. Here comes the Blink. Come on, Kobo. Blink down. Please. No? Maybe? Come on.
I think he's too concentrated, because if you notice, Kobo's actually inside the natural murdering YYJ's SCVs, and he's actually killing all the resources outside of this factory. But in the meantime, YYJ...
There we go. He's paid attention now. There they come.
He needs to siege right here, and he needs some way to see up onto the high ground. There we go, nice scan.
Blink down. He needs to blink down into the tanks.
Blink on top of these units, but it's too late now. He's suffered too many losses. I don't think he's going to be able to hold this, at least not with that set of Stalkers. He needs to micro well with the units that are in YYJ's base to do enough damage to stay in this game.
Yeah, there's no vision for YYJ up that cliff, so those Stalkers are going to be able to take out a lot of stuff. I think he needs to focus those tanks a little bit better, but there's one of the Hellions going up. Oh, this is not looking good for Kobo. It's a great game so far, but he's having to just multitask too much. He's hurting him, making a lot of Archons at the back here. He just warped units in. I don't think he has the amulet. No, he doesn't have amulet.
That's just a sign of he has too much gas right now. He doesn't have any minerals to spend because he's mined out his main. He has no mineral income. His gold expansion's getting toasted by Hellions, so he's just warping in pure Templar to make to Archons in a desperation move. You can see he's actually using the Warp Prism now in YYJ's base. The way to Micro God, don't fly it into that turret. Oh, don't fly it into the turret, drop it.
Oh my god, he saved the Immortal.
Reflexes at least coupled with a bad Warp Ray Micro, but he's at least got the Immortal in there, and he has nothing to stop this Immortal. Actually, he has like 8 Hellions, 10 Hellions.
Yeah, that's going to work. Whoa, okay, I'll eat my words.
Hellions. Like, you know, man, it doesn't matter about hard counters when you've got 14 times the units as the other guy, but somehow, miraculously, oh no, YYJ has actually pulled back. Kobo going for some long-distance mining at his natural desperation move to just get some sort of income on the board. In the meantime, YYJ also has no income either. If we have a look at the income tabs, it's actually 80 to 180 in terms of minerals. There are literally 0 income.
Oh my god, these Archons.
Attacking. This could be the final battle, and this could be deciding it. Archon's pushing in. I have no idea who's going to win this battle because you don't have to see Archons versus
there's
Smith,
too many.
They're getting roasted. The Hellion. Oh, GG. That was a fantastic TVP. One of the best TVPs I've ever had to cast.
Wow, that was great. And I think it was those Hellions that just saved him.
Yeah, let me catch my breath. Jesus, that was amazing.